Hey fellow readers, I'm Jessica.
I'm Ashley.
And this is
Seriez Sisterz.
Yeah! Ew, what is this?
I don't know, I just did it. It felt right.
Do it at the same time.
Can they touch or are we going in between?
What happens, happens. Ew.
They're like, snails have those weird eyes.
Yeah. Oh, where'd I put my phone? You know what? Never mind. It's all the way over there.
What were you going to do with it?
Well, we wanted to
Yay!
say thank you for subscribing to us. Because, well, earlier it was at 50, but then when I checked it again, it was at 58.
You guys,
So
thanks.
Thank you.
Keep doing it. And
Yeah.
even if you don't really want to watch it, you can just turn it on and then like turn it down. And like
Just let it
push
play.
Just let it play. We would appreciate that. So
But you should listen because we're funny.
yeah, and the books are good. Just people telling a story, you know? I don't know why I needed to shake to do that.
Story. Ashley has a birthday on Monday.
I do. Guess how old I'll be.
Wait. I know.
Oh, are you
but
sure?
This is released after your birthday.
Ashley had a birthday on Monday.
Okay. There. I was trying to figure out the timeline.
Yeah, that's true.
38. She's 2.5 years younger than me.
Yeah, I'm younger. Old.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm excited.
Your husband has something fun planned?
I don't know what it is. Hopefully it's not bowling.
It's not. I don't think.
I'd probably have a good fucking time, actually, if
Yeah,
it was
what-
bowling. I just want to think of something.
What would you hate to do?
Anywhere that I have to go in a public group
Yeah.
setting for. A water park? Fuck you. Do not ever take me to a water park, especially for our birthday. I'd be so mad.
So no water parks.
No water parks for me.
Okay.
I did have
Also,
a
it's
question.
winter, so
Oh, yeah.
we're not going to a water park.
No.
What was your question?
If you could make any kind of gadget, what would you make?
What? Like an invention? Or
Yeah.
just like something that would make my life easier?
Either or.
Shit, I don't know. I need a way to have more time in the day.
I don't think that's asking too much.
You asked.
Then what would you?
I need
what
a
would
time
you make?
turner.
Ooh, that's good. But you have to hide from yourself. Like you can't see yourself.
That's fine. I'll just take my stuff and go to another room.
Okay.
Do what I want.
I would make. I've thought about this since I was a young one. Tiny, because I've had glasses since I was 2. So I would make little tiny windshield wipers and that like turn on with a button. Because fucking rain on your glasses is the worst thing.
Probably is the most annoying thing I can think of besides wet socks.
Ugh. And then your feet get all wrinkly and your socks get up in your creases and it really hurts.
Yeah. I mean, if you let it be wet for a long
Well,
time.
I just was remembering when we were younger and we went to Worlds of Fun.
Oh, yeah.
And my feet got wet. Because Mom's like, wear tennis shoes and socks.
Yeah.
I get it, but that shit hurt.
Now, yeah. I get so mad if I step in, like, the dog's drip some water or something on the
yeah.
floor. Or, yeah. Or
Vomit.
when it's vomit.
Yeah, like when you accidentally step in like the animal's vomit.
Oh, I'm like, do you often vomit just on the ground?
And then I step in it just for fun.
Step in it?
No. You ready?
Yes. So let's get started.
Get started.
Get started. So this is the third.
The third. Let me see what I can see.
Okay.
Red is there. And she's like, I see you doing stuff with your blood. What about my blood? And she meets that one lady, Fife's counterpart, the lady, what's her name?
Lyra.
Oh, how could I forget that? Jesus.
That's what I was thinking.
And Lyra tells her that their blood works too, but only to, like, do certain things. It can't heal shit. And then her and Wolfman get married, and she sees Eric, but it's not really Eric. It's a shadow monster, and he claws at her, and Eammon has to pull her back. And then he has a bare chest, and he saves her from crazy stuff happening with the vines. And then he sleeps on the bedroom floor, and they have a good conversation. And then Neve is teaming up with Kiri and Eric, and Kiri's been doing some shady shit, and she can now make things die.
Yes.
Is she a shadow creature?
I'm not gonna tell you, creature.
And Eric is just making poor choices.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Left a little to be desired, but yes.
I got the gist.
You got the gist.
I got the gist. It's not even a real song.
Were you singing it like we got the beat?
Yes.
Okay, me too.
We got it.
Shit. Okay.
Let's go.
Yes. I put a little blurb in here.
Ooh, blurbs.
Just to, at the very end. So Red is sleeping in Eammon's room. The Wilderwood destroyed her room and part of the keep.
And he did his whole bam situation.
He took the magic.
He took it.
And then the last with Neve was Kiri wanted Neve to make her the high priestess.
That's right. So then maybe she could not have to marry Eric.
Right. And Kiri's been taking the power from the Shadowlands. Yep.
It's pretty fucked up.
All right. So we're going to start with Neve.
Ooh, he's starting.
The high priestess has died. So the one that was there before. Her name's
no.
Zofia.
It's happening.
So the priestess died. And the candidate...
How'd she die?
You know, she was pretty old. But it didn't really say.
Natural causes.
Yeah, she was old. She probably fell asleep, didn't wake up. I don't remember.
Okay.
The candidates for her replacement stood in a line in front of the pyre.
Hate your hair. Hate your hair. That's what he's saying.
Who said that? What's happening right now? Are you saying that that's what they're doing? Yes. I hate your hair.
Yes.
I hate
it's
your
also
hair.
from Emperor's New Groove when he's trot out the ladies and they're lined up and he says what he hates.
Okay.
Sorry. It's not my fault you didn't get it.
Well, Neve and Queen Isla sat up on the dais. Isla looked worse. Her health had been on a steady decline since the trade meeting.
Yeah, why?
She's sick.
Well, I bet Kiri's like poisoning her or something. She's doing something.
Cool whisper.
She didn't hear me.
Isla stood and addressed the court. She named another priestess, Telia.
Ooh.
Telia?
However you want to say it.
I'll say Telia.
Okay.
TT. As the new high priestess.
Okay.
But Neve interrupted and said, I nominate Kiri for high priestess.
And everyone said, I'm sorry,
Queen
I'll quit interrupting.
Isla, Jesus, looked at Neve and said, that's quite enough, and turned back to the crowd. Neve tried again to argue, but Isla cut her off. Nevera, this has been decided. Then Isla spoke the confirmation and announced Telia as the new high priestess. So she did not get Kiri to be the high priestess.
No, she didn't really try that hard. Like, shouldn't she have had a conversation with her mother before this?
So she was hoping that, because the law is, if it's not a unanimous vote, then the people have to go back and, like, talk it out till they all agree who's going to be. Yeah. So she thought if she was like, no, I vote Kiri.
Oh, then it would fuck up the voting.
Right.
Okay.
But her mom disregarded her.
Yeah.
And just said, this has been decided.
That's not the way to go.
No.
But she's the queen.
Mm-hmm. All right. To Red. Through the next week, after the Wilder...
She's not taking classes, but he's teaching her how to use her magic.
Yeah.
Just adding things I remember.
Good job.
Thanks.
After the Wilderwood attacked Red in the keep, she continued to work with Eammon on using her magic.
See, there it is.
Nothing too fancy. She made some ivy grow, made some blossoms bloom on a branch. Every day she would check the corridor to make sure the saplings hadn't moved. But now they were all gone. Red went outside searching for Eammon and saw him out by the gate. She went to him, asking him why he moved all the sentinels at once from the corridor. He said that when Fife checked them in the morning, they had shadow rotted halfway up the trunks.
Oh, no.
Frustrated, Red said, I don't understand. I'm using my magic. We got married. Why isn't that enough?
They have to... What's it called?
What's what called? No, boning?
Well,
Banging? Consummate?
Thank you. There it is. We got it.
She reached for his dagger, and he stepped back and said, no. She said, there has to be something else we can try then. Something without blood. What about the magic? Eammon said, I don't like you being close to them, Red, even when there's no cut for them to get into. I know what they want to do.
Oh, slither in ya. Slither in ya.
And I know you won't let them. We got married, and it made the magic come easier, but me growing ivy in pots clearly isn't helping you, so let's try this. Eammon finally agreed and gave her directions on how to use her magic to heal the tree and send it back where it needed to be.
So she doesn't have to physically pick it up and carry it to where it needs to go?
No.
How do you find out where it needs to go? You just traipse through?
So when they use their magic, they can kind of see it in their magic minds. Mm-hmm. Where
they need to go, and then they magically...
Kind of like a map in their head.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. She and Eammon both put their hands to the tree and, using their magic, sent it back to its spot in the forest. Red was surprised at how good the sensation of using her magic felt. She wanted to go heal more trees.
I bet she did.
But Eammon told her she couldn't go barefoot, so they walked back to the keep. He told her he had something for her. He said, I'm surprised you didn't.
A library?
No.
Oh.
She already knows there's a library.
I know. I was thinking of Beauty and the Beast.
I was thinking you were going to say something
about
a wiener.
Big old bare-chested wiener.
Bare-chested. He said, they're not quite good as new, but they're at least readable again. Her books were scattered on the table. She said, I thought I lost them when the corridor collapsed. Nearly. I had a shadow's damn time pulling them out of the moss. Red teared up and said, thank you. He said he had one more thing for her. This might not work, but I didn't feel right keeping it from you. He handed her a mirror. The glass wasn't reflective, instead a matte gray. The color within it shifted like looking into a smoke-filled jar. Eammon said, my mother made it with Wilderwood magic to see her sister, Tiernan. It's old. No one
Show me the beast.
Yeah. Papa. No one has tried to use it for centuries. It could be completely useless, but you said if you could do anything, you'd tell your sister you were safe. This won't let you speak with her, but hopefully it will at least let you see her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry this is all I have to give you. Gratitude.
Okay, Debbie. That's enough.
Speaking of Debbie Downer, today at lunch, I was with Chad at a restaurant, and there was like 5 or 6 older ladies sitting at a table, and one of them was like talking about how she met her husband and when they got married, and then another one said, well, When I got married, I found out I had a blood clot. And I was like,
Wah, wah. Jesus. Woo!
Took a turn.
Yeah, it did. What do you say after that?
I don't know. Gratitude seemed too small a term for how she felt. It's enough, she said. Eammon explained that this too would need a sacrifice for it to work, but a strand of hair would do. She pulled out a strand of hair and wrapped it around the frame. After several seconds, the smoke cleared, and there was Neve. Neve was standing in the shrine behind the statue of Gaia, thinner than she used to be, a bandage wrapped around her left hand.
Oh, no.
Neve said, "We've been doing this for a month now, and she hasn't returned. Why hasn't she escaped?" Red couldn't make out who Neve was talking to. The mirror only showed Neve. But Red heard the other voice. "It will take time. Great things often do. Patience, Nevera." Neve
My
said,
young Padawan.
"Tell me what we need, Kiri. Tell me what we need, and I will make sure it happens." The other voice said, "I suppose you can do that now with no restraints, now that Isla is dead, now that you are queen." Red felt the air leave her lungs and felt Eammon's hands on her shoulders,
What?
pulling her back. But she
Can't
heard...
you see he's sick? She needs to go.
He's dying. He could be dying. But she heard the voice say, "You could always offer more blood." So yeah, Isla's dead.
I knew she was going downhill.
She was going downhill.
But she already named that other lady as High Priestess.
Right. But now, yes, so she's still
So
the High
Isla,
Priestess.
okay, Isla can't, or not, I'm sorry, Neve can't take it away, Neve.
We'll see. Red sat on the bed, staring at the hot cup of tea that Eammon had brought to her. She couldn't find the energy to reach for it. She could hear Eammon talking to Lyra and Fife in the hallway. Her mother is dead, and her sister is alone, and she's in this damned forest when she has no reason to be. Lyra said, "Eammon, you aren't thinking." If she asked, I wouldn't tell her no. I should have made her go when she first arrived. The Wilderwood has no hold on her, not enough to keep her here, not like the others. Eammon saw that Red was awake and sat down on the bed next to her. He told her how sorry he was and asked how Neve looked. Red told him,
How's she looking?
"How's your sister looking? She's your twin, right?"
Ew, freak. Where you from?
I don't know.
She's your sister, right?
Yeah. She looked tired and sad. "I don't know if Neve is ready to be queen, to take our mother's place." Eammon said, "I don't think we're ever ready to take on what our parents leave us." "I'm more worried about Neve than I am sad about my mother. How awful is that?" Eammon said,
she sucked.
"Not awful. Grief is strange." Red explained the strained relationship she had with her mother, and then said, "I know you didn't see everything that happened that night, but did you see me?" He said. She's talking about that when they were 16 and she saw his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He said, "No more than your hands. I just sensed you. I felt the Wilderwood rushing for something, though I didn't know what. Not at first. But once it touched you, I felt your pain, your panic. It drowned out everything else. I tried to stop it. Clearly, I wasn't as successful as I should have been. I couldn't keep all of it from you, but even though the Wilderwood gave you a piece of its power, I thought maybe I could keep you from being called. If I kept the forest strong, maybe your mark would never show up. Maybe
Almost
the cycle
didn't.
would break." But it didn't. Red decided to tell Eammon everything that happened that night when her and Neve were 16. It was their birthday, and there was a ball that night. Red realized that night how different her and Neve's lives were and would be, and when Neve found Red crying, they formed a plan. They stole some horses and rode to the Wilderwood. They were going to burn it down. They had heard that the Wilderwood wouldn't burn, but they were going to try. Once they realized the stories were true, they couldn't get it to catch fire. Red angrily started throwing rocks into the forest.
I got mad at you.
Screaming, she and Neve threw rocks at the trees. Sometimes there just aren't enough rocks.
Oh, Forrest Gump.
Aw.
What a good fucking line. Is my cat in here?
No, just a man.
Oh,
Cat man.
I heard.
Scat man. Red cut her hand on one of the rocks, and as she threw it, she fell just inside the Wilderwood's border, her hands in the dirt. Eammon said, "And the Wilderwood came for you. And you stopped it," she said. Then she continued, "All of that screaming attracted attention. After Neve pulled Red away from the forest, a group of thieves grabbed Neve. They held a knife to her throat, and Red let go of her magic. A trunk exploded through the ground and impaled one of the thieves. Vines slithered from the ground and ensnared another, pulling tight around his neck until his face popped like a bubble. The man holding Neve stumbled back and let Neve fall to the ground. A root rose behind him, tripped him, and a thicket of thorns grew up in an instant. They ripped through his skin like paper, shooting out of his mouth and eyes.
I would have done the same fucking thing.
I killed them," Red said. "I killed them all. I nearly killed Neve, but I cut it off in time." "That's why you said you had to stay here when I tried to make you go?" Eammon said. She nodded. She didn't realize she had started crying until Eammon's hands cupped her face, his thumbs obscuring tear tracks.
Ain't that cute?
He told her she had saved Neve and that it wasn't her fault. After Red regained her composure, she said, "So I'm not sad about my mother's death, and I'm a murderer. 2 terrible confessions in one
Double
night."
whammy.
Whammy. No whammies, no whammies. Is that what he says on that game show?
Yes.
What was that game
Is that Wheel of Fortune, or is that...
No.
No.
It had that little crazy guy.
I don't know.
We'll have to find it.
I sound crazy now.
Yeah, I'm stupid, huh?
No.
No. Nothing about you is terrible. Eammon stood and said, "Fife is attempting soup. Do you want some?" "I think I just want to sleep." "You have to sleep too. No more all-nighters." He said, "I promise I will sleep." She said, "Here, with at least a proper blanket, not slumped over a table in the library." He raised his eyebrows, smiling. "Any other orders, Lady Wolf?" She raised her chin and said, "Not at present." The morning after Talia was confirmed as the new high priestess, Isla's condition worsened. In a week, she was gone. A coronation was held, naming Neve as the new queen. Things between her and Eric had shifted since his return. They became close after keeping the same secrets about the shrine, about what they did there. And there was something different about him now. He had always been fairly self-absorbed, but now he'd been attentive to her.
Oh, no.
Neve wanted to tell Rafe everything about what they were doing, but Kiri and Eric insisted on complete secrecy. Kiri, because the ideas of her second, smaller order, so her little secret society order, were technically sacrilege until she and Neve cemented them into religious truth with their political power.
They're the bad guys. Stop it.
Eric, because, well, she wasn't really sure. It was time for the next part of their plan. Eric escorted Neve to the temple, which was different from the shrine, so it was like an amphitheater.
Gotcha.
All of the priestesses were gathered there. Neve approached Talia and said, "I thank you for your service. Now you are released from it. A position has been secured for you in the Rilt. You depart in an hour. The consort-elect will escort you." Talia shouted, "It's true then, you've become a heretic. You think I didn't know what you were doing in the shrine? You'll follow those who would profane the sacred forest." Neve pulled out a dagger and held it to Talia's throat. "The sacred forest is the reason the kings haven't returned." "Blasphemer," Talia hissed.
Is this going to be like a Star Wars thing where she turns bad because she's trying to save someone she loves?
No. She does not turn into a Sith Lord.
Oh, good news. Good news. She doesn't kill younglings?
No.
I know they try to fight. It's so sad.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
But Talia walked out with her head held high. Neve named Kiri the new high priestess and said, "The sacrifice of the second daughter is a useless practice. Sending them to slake the wolf's bloodlust does nothing. The monsters he held in thrall are long dead, if they ever existed. It is anything but a myth. And he won't free the kings no matter the quality of sacrifice we send him. The kings are trapped in the prison they helped create, held captive by the Wilderwood. There is power to be had in its weakening. The process has already begun. If we uproot enough of the Wilderwood, the kings can come home. The ship for the Rilt leaves in half an hour. You can join us or you can leave." So that's happening.
Is it like a convent situation?
Kind of. There's a bunch of priestesses there, and they're trying to convert them to their
Right, I meant the place
that they're at.
that they're sending them to go
temple.
to.
No, it's just kind of like there's shrines or temples all over the country.
Oh, just a different one?
It's just one that's
Farther away.
not transitioning to this new ideology. Like everyone, there's been hints throughout the country, like
that
people
times are changing.
And
They don't like that.
That's old school.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Red woke to Eammon getting dressed.
Yeah, she did.
And she's always like checking him out.
Of course she
Yeah.
is. That bare chest.
Yeah. She asked him where he was going, and he said he was going to the edge for supplies. She asked to come along, and he agreed. He told her there was a seamstress at the edge that could mend her cloak if she wanted to bring it along. While they walked, they held hands.
That's really fucking cute.
Isn't it cute?
You normally don't hear that in the books.
They held hands.
It's like straight to fucking, but...
Yeah. They came to a sentinel with Rock climbing up his trunk. They both placed their free hand, because they were still holding hands.
Oh my god.
Their free hand on the trunk to heal it. Something was different this time when Red visualized the magic and the map of the sentinels of the forest. There were pockets of darkness, holes where sentinels should be, and not the ones that weakened and showed up at the keep. These sentinels were just gone. Red asked Eammon where the missing sentinels were. He said, "I don't know. Only 3 are missing. As long as the others stay in place, it's manageable." She said, "When did this happen?"
Where are they showing up at then?
They're just gone. So where are they showing up? Well, I don't know. Do you know?
I don't.
I know, right? He said, "A few days ago. As for how, I'm not sure. Nothing like this has happened before." A little while later, they reached the edge. Inside the city, no one seemed fazed by Eammon's presence, but Red drew their attention. They passed merchants and vendors, people playing music and dancing. They stopped to speak to a woman Eammon called a Shayla. A Shayla said, "Wolf, and this must be the lady. I've heard you bestowed the title, finally. Congratulations, and blessings
you
on your
snagged him.
marriage, Lady Wolf." Eammon said, "I have one more thing to add to my tab. Can you mend this?" He gestured to Red's cloak. Shayla said, "I can mend anything, boy. It looks like everything else you ordered for her will fit."
Aww.
Shayla looked over the cloak and asked, "Are you sure you just don't want a new one? This one has enough holes that mending it will come to the same amount of fabric." Eammon said, "Mended. I'll send Fife with more instructions." Fife. I'm Fife. There was a muffled roar.
That's like puking.
Well, what's happening? A roar doesn't sound right.
Okay.
If freezing the 3 of them in place. What was that?
Oh, this because they're scared.
Yeah. "How bad is he?" Eammon asked.
What, that weird guy? The guy who got back from the shadows?
Maybe got back.
Yeah, him. He loves that song.
Shadow infected man.
Yes.
Yeah. Shayla said that he has spent 2 weeks in the tavern basement. He bucked at the basement beams over and over until he finally snapped one, and now he was in her stone basement.
Damn.
They were talking about the man that had been shadow infected. His name is Bormain. He was somehow worse now. Eammon and Ashayla argued about Eammon being able to heal the shadow infected like he had long ago. Eammon said he couldn't do it anymore. He left Ashayla's shop, and Red quickly asked Ashayla, when Eammon healed people, how did he do it? Ashayla said, I wasn't born. I heard the tale from my mother. According to her, he could do it with a touch, but the wilder wood wasn't quite so weak then. Red caught up with Eammon. We have to help Bormain. Eammon stopped.
Sounds like a food.
A soundless sigh, raising his shoulders and letting them fall. This bitch again. I can help you heal him, like I did with the sentinel. It's the same concept, right?
We can hold hands.
It's far more complicated than that, Rodaris. Chasing the shadow rot out of a person is dangerous. It takes more power than I have anymore. But you aren't doing it alone. You don't have to do everything alone, Eammon. Let me help you, and we can help Bormain. They looked at each other, feeling the feels for each other, and he said, have it your way, Lady Wolf. Eammon and Red met up with Valdric, and they went to the basement where Bormain was tied up. The door had 3 locks, and Bormain had restraints on all 4 limbs and his torso.
Damn.
Bormain didn't move. His eyes were closed with black veins spidering from his eyelids down his face. His shadow-infected arm lay outside the blankets, at least twice its normal size. Then,
Ew.
yeah. I think it's like muscular and monster-like, and not just like swollen.
Okay.
So when I pictured it, it was swollen.
I saw like a sausage arm.
Yeah.
It's just like covered in grease.
Ew.
Or is it like on Lady in the Water? Wasn't that guy just exercising his one arm, so it was like really fucking buff, and the other one was normal?
Yeah. The nails on his hands were hooked and overlong, so I think it's like turning into a monster arm.
Oh, okay.
The bones in his face were too sharp. Eammon told Red not to touch Bormain, but instead feed her power into Eammon while he healed him. Bormain started taunting Eammon and said, they have help now. They're coming home. Solmir and all the rest. Eammon put his hand over Bormain's mouth to shut him up, and Bormain started thrashing around. Eammon said, now, Red, and she and Eammon used their magic and healed him.
Completely?
Yes, it's
Cool.
gone. So then he was just sleeping, but all the darkness and his arm went back. And so he should be fine.
Okay, he'll be good.
Yeah.
Just a little rest.
Just some rest.
Maybe some soup.
Fluids. Red and Eammon headed home toward the keep, and Red said, he mentioned Solmir again. She crossed her arms. It means something. You know it, and so do I. I don't know if you're trying to protect me or if you just don't want to bother telling me anything, but I can only help you as much as you let me, Eammon. He sighed and said, Solmir killed my parents.
One of the kings.
Yeah. Then he spoke faster, like a dam had broken. Kind of like when you're trying not to cry and someone's like, are you okay?
Yeah, and then it's like, yeah, immediately. It's like, no.
He explained that his mother had always felt guilty that Solmir shared the king's fate. She didn't think he deserved it. Said he'd been caught up in their schemes without an escape. They'd been friends before they were betrothed. Kiaran didn't want to release Solmir, and with the kings bound together the way they were, he didn't think it'd be possible to release only one from the Shadowlands. Gaia decided to try anyway. She opened a breach, and Kiaran felt it happen. He went after her. By the time he got there, she was dead already, consumed by the wilder wood to keep her from harming it further. Eammon saw Kiaran carrying her and followed him to the border. I heard what he said, but I didn't understand what it meant. Eamon's voice broke, but he continued. Kiaran lasted a year after that, a year on his own, the wilder wood eating him away the whole time. taking everything that made him anything close to human. Breaches opened, the forest was full of shadow creatures, but the borders stayed closed and didn't let them out. And then Kiaran died. And in that moment, the borders opened. The shadow creatures got out. It was all instinct after that, cutting my hand, putting it to the ground. The Wilder wood
Dude doesn't
resurrected.
even know what he's doing. He's just doing whatever feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, must be what his dad was doing. But now his dad's dead.
That ain't cool,
Dead
bro.
Dad Club. The Wilderwood grew in me, then I was the wolf, and until Fife and Lyra arrived, I was alone. They continued moving through the fog in silence, when suddenly Eammon grabbed her arm, pulling her back. He stopped her just in time.
Dangers afoot.
He stopped her just in time from stepping right into a perfectly circular piece of shadow-rotten ground. A missing sentinel. The surface of the pit undulated.
Like Jello.
Something stirring beneath. Eammon whispered, "Red, run." But the pit ruptured before she had the chance. This was different.
Like Old Faithful.
Yes, but no. This was different than the shadow creature they encountered before. This was another monster from the Shadowlands. Do you remember the movie Tremors?
I only saw it as a young person because it terrified me and I was scared to walk everywhere.
Okay. But you remember what they looked like?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So that's what this looks like.
Oh, no.
Only it's black and scaly.
Ew.
Go! Eammon yelled at Red. He sliced his hand with his dagger. He slammed his hand to the dirt. The darkness on the ground started to heal for a moment, but it wasn't enough. Red felt her power curling up from her center. She wasn't scared of it now. She was angry. Angry to see Eammon bleeding himself dry, and angry that he had to. Red let her magic go, and the Wilderwood followed. Vines wrapped around the beast, squeezing until its sides split. It whipped around, screeching, ripping itself on thorns, until it... Outspoken impression. Until it fell with a sound like thunder.
Bubba.
Yeah, kinda. Eammon pushed himself up off the ground and ran to Red. "I told you to run. You don't know what could have happened. And leave you alone. You keep asking me to do that, and I won't, Eammon."
Mm-mm.
And then they kiss. A big old fat steamy kiss.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Did he grab her?
He did.
Yep.
It was like one of those.
Yeah, I'm so mad. I'm so turned on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Eammon broke the kiss, suddenly saying, "No,
I mustn't. We mustn't.
we mustn't."
But I must.
Red said, "Why?" And he said,
I'm
"Trust me."
8,000 years older than you.
Trust me. Yeah. In spirit. And then they walked the rest of the way back in silence. When they returned, Red decided she wanted to use the mirror again to see Neve. She wrapped a strand of
You ain't gonna like what you see.
Probably not. She wrapped a strand of her hair around the frame and waited. She saw Neve sitting on a bench holding a flower. With a twitch of her hand, the flower wilted. Red could see the cut on Neve's palm that was starting to scab over. The veins in Neve's wrist shaded dark.
Oh, no.
The more trees we pull out of the Wilderwood, the more power we can harness from the Shadowlands, and the weaker the forest's hold will become, a voice said. Neve said, "And she should be able to escape? The shrine is full of these experiments, Kiri, and yet my sister still isn't here." The voice said, "That is not our only goal, Nevera, and we should exercise caution. If she comes, when she comes," Neve corrected, and then the image was gone. Red couldn't believe it. Neve was the reason for the missing sentinels. Her sister was still trying to bring her home, and she was killing the Wilderwood to do it.
Can't you go home and tell her, "Hey, bitch, stop"?
She can't leave the Wilderwood.
Can they meet at the fucking border?
How is she going to get a message to
I
her?
don't know. She can stand there and holler, and then maybe someone will see her, and she'll be like, "Bitch, go get Neve." And then they go get
They
Neve.
don't have phones.
I said she could holler until someone comes.
I don't know if that works.
Mm.
I don't.
It should.
I think it's kind of far away from civilization for the most part, but I guess she could sit there and holler all day.
Are there birds? She could tie a letter to a fucking bird.
What kind of world do you think this is?
Clearly a magical one.
Red found Eammon in their room at his desk. He stood and started to speak, but she interrupted, saying, "I have to go back." He closed his eyes and sat back in his chair and said, "I understand." She said, "No, you don't understand."
You dipshit.
I looked in the mirror. Neve is the cause of the missing sentinels. I don't know how, but it's her. Eammon said that was impossible, but Red continued, "I have to find out what she's doing, see if I can stop it, and maybe if she sees me, sees I'm fine, she'll reverse the damage somehow. The last thing I want to do is leave you alone." "I've been alone a long time," he said. But you don't have to be." She told Eammon she would leave in a few days. She wanted more practice to make sure she had her power under control. They laid down to go to sleep, and Red said, "I'm coming back. I don't want to stay in Valeda."
Are they sleeping in the same bed?
No, he's sleeping on the floor.
Fine.
There's no bed, Sharon.
There should be.
The next morning, Red and Eammon met in the tower for more practice. They end up kissing some more.
Oh my god,
She,
get off. She
like,
can't handle it.
flirted him into, like, being
Getting
close
up
to
in
her.
there.
She's like, "My power works better if we're close." So then they start making out. But Eammon broke the kiss off again and turned away from her. Red noticed that outside the window, the greenery growing on the tower had bloomed into a riotous... Is that how you say that? Mm-hmm. Riotous spring. Tendrils of roots spilled over the windowsill, stretching toward the table where she sat.
Magic, when people are horned up, always be doing things.
It is crazy.
It gets going.
Yeah. As Red watched, the new growth slowly shrank back, retracting out the window away from her. The movements were rhythmic, matched to Eammon's breathing. He said, "I'm sorry. This was a mistake. Keeping the Wilderwood from coming for you takes everything I have. All of my concentration, all my strength. There isn't anything left. When I get close to you, it does too. And I won't let it trap you here, Red. I won't." Mm-hmm. Red said, "I wish things could be different." And then she left the room before he could see her cry.
Aww.
In their room, Red opened the bag that held her mended cloak. As she pulled it out, she realized it wasn't just mended, it was remade. A changing forest spread from shoulder to shoulder, embroidered in golden thread. The trees ran from branch to root, knotting in intricate loops, before becoming an image of a wolf leaping toward the hem. This was a bridal cloak. It was an ancient Valadan wedding tradition. The bride would wear a cloak embroidered with depictions of her new spouse's lands and estates.
Aww.
Generally, bridal cloaks were white and embroidered in silver, but her cloak was still scarlet and the thread golden. The symbol of her sacrifice, made into something that represented the new life she'd made. Red put on the cloak and went to sleep. So he had that made for her.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. The next morning, Red dressed and was leaving their room when she had another vision.
Oh, shit.
Hands again.
Oh, he's the fucking hands. Whose this time?
His.
Oh.
Sinking into the dirt. Veins running emerald. Bark closing where skin should be. Eammon gagged up dirt. Sentinels grew around him in a perfectly circular ring. Then the vision was gone.
Well, that's odd.
Eammon had done something. Bled himself out until only magic was left, and the Wilderwood was taking him over. She ran out of the keep and through the Wilderwood. She didn't know where she was running, but her feet seemed to point toward Eammon, and she trusted the instinct. She found him kneeling, his head bowed so far forward his hair brushed the dirt. Arms sunk in soil to the elbow.
It's too far in, man.
It's too far.
That's too deep.
His back was lashed and bloody. She knelt in front of him and said, "What can I do?" "Don't say nothing." He said, "It's the only way. This is the only way to hold it. If I don't want it to take you." She said, "I'm not letting it take you from me, Eammon." She wrapped her arms around his shoulders. No, she said to the forest. You can't just keep taking. First the second daughters, and now him. They didn't belong to you, and neither does he. None of us chose this. Her voice had risen to a scream. Suddenly, the Wilderwood paused. She felt it turn to her and regard her.
It's like, who's this bitch?
Choice, it said. Red felt her magic being pulled toward Eammon. The forest would need all of itself to take him, including the part of it that lived in her. She clamped down on her magic with every bit of strength she could muster. Red tugged at her shard of the Wilderwood magic like she was trying to pull up a weed by the root, diverting its flow, keeping it from running into Eammon. It fought against her, but she held on, and then it stopped. The atmosphere shifted, the Wilderwood shifted. Red's small piece of the Wilderwood ceased trying to run out of her, settled back into the places she'd made for it. She had a strange sense that something had been decided, and whatever it was, it meant the forest would leave Eammon be for now.
Good. Get off of him, bro.
For real. For real. The forest let Eammon go, and he stood. Red asked him what happened, and he explained that he healed them all of the holes where a sentinel should be.
Dude.
Yeah. He used his blood and all of the magic he could until the magic almost took him over completely. So she was like,
Why the fuck did you do that, you dumbass? Come on. Yeah. You're asking for it.
He said he didn't want her to have a reason to come back after she left.
God, drama queen. I know you have trauma, but Jesus.
He's looking out for her.
Is he?
So, did you ever watch New Girl?
A little bit.
Okay. So there's an episode or like a scene where Schmidt and Cece have been seeing each other. And he's like, she's too good for me. I'm not good enough for her. And then he tries to white fang her. And he's like, go. Get on, get. And she's like,
think I saw that one.
Are you white fanging me right now? So that's basically what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Tries to white fang her.
Damn it.
Telling her he doesn't need her. He can handle this on his own. He said, there's nothing for you here, Red. Be free of me with a clear conscience. She said,
after a makeout sesh? No
I
way.
know, makeout sesh.
Jeez.
Free of you. Is that what you think I want? Is that what you want?
Oh, God.
He said. The Wilderwood drained the others because I didn't hold it back. I let myself be weak and it killed them. Shadows damn me if I let it happen to you. His hand gestured toward the mass of white at the base of a tall sentinel. Bones. Bones tangled in roots, in vines, 3 rib cages, 3 skulls.
Ew. What are they doing out there?
This was what was left of the second daughters.
You just fucking left him out there?
He said, rude. Don't you want to escape now, Red? What was he supposed to do with them?
Bury him.
Oh. That's it.
On them oh.
Oh.
Like those body farms?
Yeah. I guess he wanted to watch and see
watch
what
the
happened.
Decomposition.
Maybe they're hard to get out of the roots and stuff because they're all
up in there,
intertwined.
Maybe he just said, fuck it. I'm not trying to get that out of there. I got better things to do.
One more.
There, I'm noticing, are a lot of similarities in there in the book I'm doing.
That you're going to do next?
Yeah, that we haven't drawn for yet.
Oh. We did.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. In regards to magic having to do with cutting your palm and using your blood.
I mean, it's a pretty common theme. Blood magic.
I know. But and when bad magic gets too much into you, your veins turn black.
Yeah. Surprised you didn't know that.
I know, you dummy. No, love it.
Good.
Right there.
Well, is that it?
I think that's it. Thanks, guys, for listening.
Thanks for listening. Subscribe.
Yes, please. More.
And feel free to comment. Tell Ashley a happy birthday.
Yeah, that'd be exciting.
Yeah. Send her a nudie.
Yeah, that'd be exciting. I don't judge. I may send it to her and we'll laugh at you, I guess. But
Maybe.
or we'll be jealous. I don't know.
See
Okay.
what you got in my drawers. My drawers.
Yours.
Okay.
On my items.
All right. Well, thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Too slow.
Like a hairband guy. One of those hair guys.